of Energy and Mineral Resources, Mr. Theodore Okuleye. Good afternoon. It's a great pleasure to be back here with you to give account. I'm going to say to our host, Honorable Commissioner for Information, that as I always say, I'm more interested in strategic platform of the things. And you not only a very vital part of government, you are also an icon of our. I appreciate every member of the ministry who thank you support the revenue for us. Team members here with us, thank you all for being with us. Distinguished stakeholders, partners, colleagues, friends, gentlemen of the press, good afternoon. And very welcome to the year 2026 Ministerial Press Briefing of the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Resources. This forum provides a vital opportunity for us to engage for progress and account for what we have delivered over the past year. We have been deliberate and we have been forward-looking. I must also say that our focus remains building a resilient, efficient, and inclusive energy ecosystem and optimizing our mineral resources, making us a top destination for investment in both energy and mineral resources. This focus supports economic growth, enhances quality of life, and positions Lagos State as the model 247 of national economy energy sector transformation. The purpose of this session is straightforward: to update you on the progress being made by the Mr. Babajide Olusola, permit me to have Omolu, and Dr. Tade Obafemi and that administration in electricity, oil and gas, and mineral resources, and to set the direction for the next phase of execution. Electricity. Creating a sustainable private sector-led market. The past year marked a period of intense activity, building on strong foundations laid by the Lagos State Electricity Law 2024. We have consolidated our electricity sector policy and updated the Lagos Integrated Resource Plan while finalizing the strategic implementation plan. We advanced the implementation of our independent electricity market framework with a design that eliminates a single buyer, encourage waterfalls, and ensure all trades clear periodically, in line with international best practices. We are actively strengthening institutions, deepening regulatory oversight, and enabling a competitive, investor-friendly environment for electricity in the state. The administration's plan for a farewell to the culture of blackout, as outlined in the law, rests on the following anchors. 1. Building a strong regulatory institution. Through the Lagos State Regulatory Commission, we advanced licensing framework and tightened consumer complaints handling and started enforcement activities, while setting a regulatory agenda that focuses on ensuring the situation of our people, staying farewell to the culture of blackout and met in good time. Investor-friendly environment. We have created energy hubs and are already supporting the implementation of expansion and improvement projects across the state. We will do our best to ensure all incentives applicable to investments in the sector are available in Lagos. Our real test is to be the first subnational that will secure an international for market improvement and trading. Number three, 100% business. The Lagos law makes this a requirement, and the appropriate regulatory tools have already been developed to bring this to reality. Market participants and end users will benefit from a more transparent market that is in a fully metered environment, will enable. Number four, grassroots coordination. We have operationalized the Lagos State Electricity Cooperative and the Renewable Energy Desk to coordinate energy activities at the consumer and rural levels, particularly in unserved and underserved neighborhoods. Dependent power generation. Expanding reliable supply remains non-negotiable. We currently have 12 independent power facilities under regulation, with 7 fully operational on the business side. The first quarter performance trend has been positive as we are increasing installed capacity and diversifying supply needs. We have commenced the process of ensuring previously contracted generation assets become embedded assets that's able to play the emerging market and partner with other participants as embedded assets. B, infrastructure deployment and strategic corridors. Effective delivery depends on readiness of infrastructure, and we don't believe for a lot of work to be done in this regard. We have scaled up physical development to ensure power reaches the areas where it is needed most. In partnership with DISCOS, TCN, NEC, NISO, Federal Power Co, and REA, we are expanding the grid, mini grids, solar power systems, solar rooftops, and embedded generation projects. These targeted interventions are closing gaps where the main grid cannot reach quickly enough, bringing clean energy to schools, health centers, and communities all over Lagos, particularly in Adekunle, Epe, Ibeju, and Badagry. I'm just giving a few examples of projects. The Badagry Acid Grid Extension in further strengthening electricity infrastructure in March, June 2026, the state recently commissioned critical grid projects in Badagry. This includes 3 massive electrical distribution towers crossing the Gbagi Lagoon alongside distribution transformer substations covering a stretch of 37.7 kilometers. These landmark projects include the rehabilitation of 33 kV power lines stretching 37.7 kilometers along Baji, Seme, Owode, and Apazi. This is a significant step in improving power delivery, network reliability, and regional connectivity. Lekki Epe Integrated Energy Corridor. To drive industrial expansion, Lagos State Government is actively facilitating right of way for a 132 kV bulk power transmission line running from Ajah and Union Substation through Elekon Junction to Alaro City. Crucially, this strategic corridor incorporates the installation of a parallel gas pipeline, creating an integrated power and gas infrastructure backbone. Community electrification. We have procured, installed, and energized 23 more than 23 it's 123, but we have procured several units of 300 and 500 power distribution transformers to the grid. Also, we analyze infrastructure in the share and its adjoining communities have been completely rehabilitated and headed back to the DISCO. Renewable energy, public illumination, and rural community electrification. Universal Access to clean energy is central to our energy for all vision. And we are turning this policy into tangible results. And that is illustrated by a total of 42,000 street lights that are currently being deployed. You also see deployment in Bagada General Hospital electrification, where we are installing 2 MVA and 1 MVA transformer to ensure that they are connected directly to TCN and we're able to deliver 21 to 22 hours of uninterrupted daily supply of power. Lagos State TV solarization, where we deploy a 200 kilowatt hour solar based renewable energy system with a dedicated power house feeder line. A total of 2 secondary schools and 11 primary schools have had their lead acid battery that several years ago updated to lithium batteries. So, so the transformers installed is a total of 39 transformers have been installed across various capacity between 100 and 2 units of 3 units of 100 kVA, 2 units of 200 kVA, 9 units of 300 kVA, and 23 units of 500 kVA, and 1 unit of 1 MVA and 1 unit of 2 MVA. In addition, our renewable energy initiative has delivered significant impact with the installation of 710 kilowatts of solar PV systems and 1,060 kilovolts of inverter capacity and 4.732 megawatts of battery storage across 45 installations in schools, primary centers, and general hospitals. Oil and gas, alternative fuel for vehicles. Lagos is the leader in the global shift towards cleaner energy alternatives. In the oil and gas sector, we are aligning Lagos with the global shift towards cleaner transport fuel, with roughly 80% of fuel globally consumed by transport vehicles. Lagos must lead this transition. In February 2026, the ministry convened Ministerial stakeholder engagement on Lagos State alternative fuel for vehicles policy development and an external stakeholder meeting in April 2026 with stakeholders in the larger sector, bringing all the players into one room to standardize compressed natural gas, liquefied natural gas, and EV battery technologies for a safer, immediate alternative transport fuel. Lagos is poised to be ready and fully compliant ahead of other cities in sub-Saharan Africa. Monitoring and that is for oil and gas. We have listed there the number of pairs that have been issued, and currently we have an approval rate of about 100% for all applicants, and then we are monitoring and ensuring safe execution, and teams have visited over 72 facilities in the last 1 year, and we are constantly engaging retailers of LPGs to ensure that they continue to improve and comply with standards that are required of them. To safeguard transmission assets, we're also engaging those who are living near those assets where there are right of ways to be careful and ensure that the community is better, and do most to analyze the in agriculture are areas where these activities are being much pronounced. For Ibile oil and gas, which is our vehicle for intervention in oil and gas matter on behalf of our citizens, um, the throughput for last year is quite robust at about 150 million liters of PMS to KTO and 14 million liters of LPG. They are contributing substantially to the system of the state, ensuring energy security is assured. In terms of clean cooking initiatives, the team has been able to ensure that we are expanding safer, cleaner LPGs access to over 80,000 households across all 5 administrative divisions. And this expansion is supported by a growing network of 7 standalone LPG plants and 4 specialized kits. In terms of clean transport initiative by Ibile is currently accelerating training. 244 vehicles have been successfully converted, and the conversion breakdown 102 heavy duty vehicles, 85 tricycles, and 16 commercial vehicles, and 15 taxi pickup trucks, and 3 institutional fleets. To support this rapid expanding ecosystem, the fact technicians have been trained across 2 active conversion hubs. 17 master trained trainer professionals have been certified, and 17 dedicated CNG stations are on track for completion by year end 2026. Another most significant contribution that the team is making is in the area of marine energy solution. We have 4 marine filling stations that is being deployed to ensure that we're able to supply alternative fuel for ferries driving Lagos water, particularly Lagos State Waterway Authority. We are actively supporting their green maritime transport goal. In terms of technology, IOGC has also deployed app, and that app has processed nearly 5,000 kg of gas across 25 delivery locations since its launch, and they are actually making life more comfortable for citizens of the state. Hello. Okay, closing the round of IOGC. We are primarily the infrastructure of tomorrow with the upcoming Ocean Energy Hub, the first of its kind, where you are going to see a multimodal station delivering LPG, PMS, CNG, on-site vehicle conversion, and electric vehicle charging. Now, for mineral resources, through the Office of Mineral Resources, we are successfully struck a balance between economic development, regulatory enforcement, and environmental safety. Our mineral resources operational presence and field tracking are distributed on the table that you have there. And in terms of this team also, we are strategically supporting the implementation of the Lagos Calabar Coastal Road project with being executed by ITEC with mining sites at Salamata, Lamija, Katola, Rimedu, and Akulu. In terms of geology, water security, and corridor enforcement, um, we have done the chemical mapping and regulation relating to surface geological investigation for infrastructure development. We also developed a geotechnical evaluation of industrial influence in the area, generating precise distribution map for toxic elements to enforce. Now, landfill and groundwater protection. Geological investigation of landfill surface, successfully map groundwater contamination flashpoints, protecting vulnerable communities such as Kukudu, Alapere, Omosoki, Ikorodu, and Ojo, to ensure groundwater remains within WHO safe limits. Corridor maintenance and enforcement. In a joint initiative with Roma, we train and deploy specialized corridor sweepers, highway doctors along the Aja, Ibejuleki, and Ekpe to manage sand spillage. Meanwhile, our continuous enforcement operations effectively clamp down on illegal dredging, unauthorized land reclamation, and transit of uncovered wet sand. Conclusion and the path forward. Distinguished stakeholders. The energy and mineral resources sectors are fast opening up, and regulatory base is also getting stronger accordingly. However, long-term sustainability and economic growth now depends entirely on execution and coordination with all of us and by all stakeholders. We cannot do this alone. We continue to refine our integrated energy planning approach by strengthening collaboration with the federal government, development partners, and private sector investors to deliver scalable solutions. Thank you for your invaluable time, your dedication, and your continued partnership. Let us make this session count for the people of Lagos. Thank you and God bless Lagos.
And that was the Commissioner, Lagos State Ministry of Energy and Mineral Resources, Mr. Biodun Ogunleye. Can we just give him another round of applause? Thank you very much. Permit me to acknowledge the presence of an eminent director from the Ministry of Information and Strategy. He is the Director, Public Enlightenment and Community Relations, Mr. Tayo Ogunbi. Welcome.
So, to the members of the press, I think in the town we would like to allow you to ask the Honorable Commissioner, Minister of Energy and Mineral Resources, Mr. Biodun Ogunleye, some questions. So, can we have you back? Introduce yourself at the media as we represent before you ask.
My name is Ministerial, and I report for Western Coast. My first question will be on my question is Ikeja election. We don't have a bandy in Agbo. When I'm wondering, why are we on bandy? Why are we on bandy? And we don't have Agbo. Last year, I asked the same question that some of us we used to have 3 days, 1 day off.
Let us Yeah, question, please. We appreciate it.
So my question is, when and I think that Abo, they don't have a national, there's no grid in Abo. They go from Agbele and Abeson. That's where they are like. So I don't know when they are going to bring grid to Abo. Then the band, when they are going to change it. Then the third one is the transformers. We don't have enough transformers. When are you going to bring it?
So that's the first question. Can we have this? Please let us all be attentive so that the commissioner can hear the question very well. Thank you.
I'm the General from the News Agency of Nigeria. I would like to know the current status of the electricity market in Lagos State and the current proposed independent system operator. What level are we, sir? Thank you.
So can we have one more question before we end this talk? Take it to back. Okay.
Yeah, so good afternoon, Honorable Commissioner, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. My name is Godfrey Gabriel, report for Classic FM 97.3. My colleague has asked part of my question was about the I would like to know when the government is going to start generating its own electricity. So my main question is this, is around policy formulation. Some time ago, the news broke that the Lagos State government is coming up with a policy that if I want to install solar, I will have to get permit from the state. Yeah, the story was on Lagos Talks. I don't know if you can throw some light on that.
Question.
Commissioner wa, orúkọ tèmi ni ọ̀rẹ́gbò, mo ń jábọ̀ fún ìwé ìròyìn tó kíkọ. Ní ṣókí, ẹ bá wa sọ fún àwọn èèyàn wa nílé. Wọ́n fẹ́ mọ nǹkan tí àwọn iṣẹ́ tí kọmíṣánná wa nípínlẹ̀ Èkó láti iléeṣẹ́ ìjọba tó ń mójútó ọ̀rọ̀ agbára àti ohun àmúṣọrọ̀. Wọ́n fẹ́ mọ nǹkan tí ẹ ti àwọn ipa tí ẹ ti kó nínú gbogbo ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ lọ ní ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó ní èdè abínibí ní ọ̀rẹ́ kíníwé ní ṣókí.
Honorable Commissioner. Okay, so that's the last question. All right, that's it. So that's the last question. So we'll be awaiting the response of the Honorable Commissioner, Ministerial of Energy and Mineral Resources, Mr. Bill Belay. Fún àwọn èèyàn wa tí wọ́n fẹ́ kọ́ wa ní èdè Yorùbá, a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run fún ibi tó ràn wá lọ́wọ́ dé lórí àwọn ètò tíjọba Babájídé Sanwó-Olú àti Lábírè Hamzat ṣe kalẹ̀ níná ní ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó. Lára àwọn ètò tá à ń ṣe kíní ní lára àwọn ètò tá à ń ṣe ni láti gba agbára lọ́wọ́ ìjọba àgbà. Ìjọba àpapọ̀ láti gba àṣẹ lọ́wọ́ ìjọba àpapọ̀. A ti wà lẹ́nu gbígba àṣẹ yìí lágbára Ọlọ́run lẹ́yìn tá a bá gba àṣẹ rẹ̀ tán Tabata Tonton, ẹ̀rí àlọ́ nínú bí iná ṣe ń ṣe ségesège ṣùgbọ́n láti palẹ̀mọ́ fún gbígba àṣẹ yìí a ti dá àwọn ilé-iṣẹ́ tó máa jẹ́ kí iná lè dé gbogbo àdúgbò wa. A dẹ̀ ti wá àwọn tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n ní wọ́n lágbára láti bá wa ṣe láti jẹ́ kí iná tó wà káàkiri kọ́ wọnú iṣẹ́ yìí. Ọlọ́run á jẹ́ fún wa ṣe. Now, I will take it. Should I take it from the top or I take it from the bottom? Okay, let me take it from the bottom. Now, for the uptenth time, let me repeat again. You cannot punish a man that is already dependent on you. It's wrong. And I know my government, I know it's deputy, there are not people that are righteous. Nobody, not in this state administration, authorize anyone to say that if you want to install solar, you must get a Lagos State permit. What we are saying, and we are not unleashing it on anybody, we are working on it. We want to be 100% sure that it's foolproof. Is that those who say they are coming to your house to help you install solar, because solar is the new fraud. They are certified. They don't defraud you. They don't cause problem for the neighborhood. They don't burn down your houses. I'm sorry, but I need to give this example. If you know anybody that lives in PTC, over the last 1 month, we've had 6 properties that have various fire incidents. 3 of them burned down completely. And what was the cost? Fire from AC, from solar. So it is important as government that we don't look away from this potential problem. But let me put a caveat. If you buy a building in a property that the developer has done, and the developer says that part of the fine print is not the small print, and when you can sign contract, sign there, and you make the mistake of not reading what you are signing. If the man said you cannot install solar without his authority, you have to honor your contract. I hope you understand what I'm saying. We are not inside that contract. You can only go and complain to the relevant government agency, and they will try and ensure that the man behaves well. I hope you understand what I'm saying. But for government, there is no such thing. Have I clarified the position? Not completely. If you need further clarification, come to my office. I'll clarify for that. Thank you very much. Now, status of the implementation of the independent system operation. I have there with me 2 members or 3 members that are supposed to start that outfit for us. That outfit is currently embedded in our Lagos State Election Regulatory Commission. There are things that need to be in place for us to say they have started working. But I can assure you, Mr. Governor is not sleeping on it. Next few days, we have some further announcements that will show that Lagos is has taken off. I can also assured that we are reconciling our position with the federal government, particularly with the new ministers that have just been appointed and the new technical advisor. All of us are working together to make sure that Lagos deliver. And that brings me to your question about when is Lagos going to generate our own electricity? Point of correction. The direction of this state government is that government is not good at doing what private sector people know how to do best. All right. So what we are doing is to create an enabling environment for the private sector people to operate their business. But we're not going to leave them to be charging anyhow. That is why you have this madam. He's a very versatile lawyer. He has all the people. Okay, there's a lot of days there. You know, they have people to ensure that we are not cheated, nobody is abusing us, and the business is properly. So we are going to enable the environment, and Mr. Governor has even, can I say that one here now? Okay, let me say it. Be the first one to say it. I say it. Okay, Mr. Governor is even saying bring on board a set of Lagos capacity as quickly as 6 months to 12 months. So don't be surprised if we hear in the next few days we're announcing that some batches are docked and they are generating for us in Lagos. Directly to our Lagos. Don't be surprised. And we have also been following the news. We hear that some people are licensed, we hear that some people have crossed some modules. We are working with various providers with the target of ensuring that embedded within the Lagos environment is an immediate 2,000 megawatts. We'll continue to be dependent on the federal, but we must have a stable, productive